Lezinkomo esibayeni ziqedwa ibhubesi thumelana amabutho nanto-ke mfana ziphelile izinkomo esibayeni ziqedwa ibhubesi
madoda ndulenje ntini
zaphela izinkomo esibayeni ziqedwa ibhubesi thumelana amabutho.
Hi, my name is Pat Montani, founder of Bicycles for Humanity. I'm here with my good friend Paul Sherwin, who has lived in Uganda since 1963. You probably know him as a former professional cyclist and the present voice of cycling in the English world. We're here to talk about a new initiative that we're about to start, Bicycles for Humanity Uganda, and specifically the Karamoja Bicycle Initiative. Paul, welcome, and I'm glad to be here and look forward to this exciting project. Thanks.
Pat, it's great to be here. You know, I think the important thing is Karamoja is an area that's always been very close to my heart. As a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, I used to go hunting up there in the back of a 4-wheel drive pickup. It's an interesting area, and the people are interesting. When anybody in Africa talks about a warrior, you always think about the Maasai. You always think about the culture of the Maasai. Well, let me put it this way. The Karamojong are the Maasai of Uganda. They're an incredible tribe of proud, honorable people. They do need help, though, and that's why we've started the Karamojong Bicycles Initiative to help these guys get some mobility, to get water from up to 20 kilometers away, to get food into the markets 30, 40, 50 kilometers away. At the moment, they have to walk. When I was a kid, they had to walk, and that's 50 years ago. They've seen no change. Karamoja is in the very northeast of the country of Uganda. It borders Kenya on the east, and it borders Sudan in the north. It's a rugged, hard area, but has an unbelievable amount of beauty. And a lot of the beauty belongs to the people, the Karamojong, the noble warriors who for many, many years have just been cattle traders or pastoralists in this area. They've come out of 20 years of war and attrition, and now, having been armed for 40 years, they've now decided to give up their guns and go back to their traditional lifestyle, farming and looking after their cattle. Very much like the Maasai, for them the important thing is to look after their cows. The Karamojong live in manyatas or corrals, which are surrounded by acacia thorns to stop the wild animals getting in to attack their cattle and their goats through the night. This is a very similar kind of living to the kind of living you'd see in the Masai Mara or the Great Serengeti Plains, because somewhere down the line the Karamojong are related to the Zulus, to the Masai, and also to the Samburu. There are many, many orphans in Karamoja, but they're all looked after by the family and the extended family of the Karamojong. The Karamojong are warriors. I remember as a child seeing hunting raiding parties going to steal cattle from the different clans. But nowadays, armed with AK-47s, those warring parties leave a lot of the men dead. That's why there are so many orphans, but they still get looked after by the tribes. AIDS is not a major problem in this part of the world either, because these are a very loyal family group, and they very rarely create misdemeanors. The biggest killer of any of these kids is going to be malaria. In the southern part of Uganda, bikes are used to transport all kinds of things. The bicycle is a very popular mode of transport in Uganda, but not when you get up to the north. Around Kampala, Jinja, Tororo, all of the cities in the southern part of the country, they use a bike to carry almost anything. One of the local bike manufacturers has a logo that says, "Any road, any load," and that's what it's all about here. It's all about mobility. It's all about getting people from one place to the other. Sometimes it's all about just getting 20 litres of water home to the campfire. But although the bicycle has dominated the southern part of the country, when you start to move up to the north, to the very arid region of Karamoja, the bicycle seems to have been left behind. The people seem to have been left behind as well, because Karamoja is like Uganda was 100 years ago.
I was saying the Karamoja Bicycle Initiative, 25,000 bicycles in 5 years. Having driven around the Karamoja region for the last 3 days, we'd be hard-pressed to find 500 bicycles in this region, and very few women with bicycles, the men primarily riding them to get to towns, the women carrying the water, the grain, the wood and the charcoal on their heads. So mobility in this region is an absolute essential. And
the use of the bicycle from our village, one, is to carry luggages. Whenever you wanted to go, you use the bicycle to carry your luggage. Two, it is also used for transporting foodstuff from the garden, bringing it home. Used for going to the market, shopping. And also it is used for going to the health unit or to the hospital. When it is fetched with the water, it reduces the labor, women labor, domestic labor actually from home. When there's a dynamo, we also use it, we connect the dynamo to the radio. And then we continue just one person continue just rotating the wheels, and the radio continue. So long as you can't get tired, you continue doing it. Actually, because of poverty, there are no cells in the villages. If you wanted to go far away to get it from the shop, so if it's not there, you use the bicycle dynamo to do it.
In Namibia, Bicycles for Humanity recognized the incredible need for mobility for the people of the north. People very similar to those of the Karamoja, but a little bit further advanced. We deliver containers of bicycles to the region, which we call Bicycles Empowerment Centers. With the bicycles in the container come along tools, and we teach the local people the business skills and the bike mechanic skills to service the bicycles in the field. Karamoja is a unique district with 4 or 5 major centers with a bunch of sub-communities around them. Our plan is to establish probably up to 10 bicycle empowerment centers in the key cities in the region. We have already begun to train people in a BIM who will then go on to provide the business training and the bicycle training in the various communities in partnership with Caritas, the development arm of the Catholic Church. 5 years ago, when we started Bicycles for Humanity and we moved into Namibia, we never thought that we would move 50 containers of bicycles and over 23,000 bicycles into the country and then move into other countries of Africa. There is such a need for mobility in this part of Uganda that our goal within 5 years is to deliver at least 25,000 bicycles to the people of the Karamoja region, while at the same time building probably 10 support centers across the country. Since founding Bicycles for Humanity, it is the place where we have to focus as a grassroots movement. We need your help. We need more bicycles to this area. We need more chapters collecting bicycles, and we need more support at all levels to help mobilize the people of Karamoja and help them to a better life. This may be the most important project that Bicycles for Humanity will work on in Africa.
And I'm Paul Sherwin, and this is probably a little part of my life that you never really knew about. Yes, you've heard me at the Tour de France, but this is where I live, and this is a country that I'm very passionate about. Karamoja is a region that I'm passionate about. I'm going to ride all the way alongside Pat Montani to make sure that this project is a success. We've already got to the highest levels of government to get support for the Karamoja region, where they've been working for the last 3 years to try and bring peace and stability to that part of Uganda. We've got support from the people out in the United States. We've got support for the people in Canada. We now have to get mobilized. We have to move. And I suppose Pat's feeling fairly comfortable because with me and the infrastructure that I've got with my logistics companies here, we've got a lot of good people on the ground to get this job done and get it done properly and quickly.
Madoda ndulengentini
zaphele zinkomo esibayeni ziqedwe ibhubesi thumelana amabutho nanto-ke mfana ziphelile izinkomo esibayeni ziqedwe ibhubesi.
Madoda ndulengentini
zaphele izinkomo esibayeni